CJ on the beat.
Well, hello and welcome to the Plymouth Raiders podcast, where myself, Pabs, and my main man, Coach Paul Nicholson, interview various members of the Raiders team. We've got a good one coming up for you today, none other than the great Mr. Rickey McGill. But Paul, my man, how you doing?
Good. I'm good. You know, just off the back of watching two really tough battle games this weekend in Leicester and Newcastle. But no, I'm good. Just to let all the listeners know, we're going to start putting the previous podcast on YouTube as well, so you can catch the full episodes on YouTube if there's ones that you've missed.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, you mentioned off the back of watching a couple of games on this weekend, so you have got 1 minute, as always.
I failed last time, didn't I? I went
just
over.
short, yeah, just short. You managed to sneak in about Denz's dunk, though, which you couldn't really miss that out. That was awesome. So yeah, we've got the Leicester game Friday night. We've got the Sunday night game, which we've just had. The Eagles, two very tough competitors. Start when you're ready, and I'll start the clock.
Okay, let's do this. So let's go. Leicester Riders game to begin with. We haven't beaten them since 2012, and I've never felt so close this season to getting that job done because we have the tools, we have the people in place. Unfortunately, it ran away with us at the end. We kept it very, very close to them. You know, Gino Crandell was an absolute bucket that game. We struggled to stop him. Newcastle, just finished watching the Newcastle game, and again, agonizingly close. So stressed out. I'm looking for VAR right now. I'm doing a VAR sign. I'm sure there was a blocking foul on a steal and maybe a contact foul towards the basket. But until I see, I don't know. But I just want to say to everyone, we came so close to beating these teams, and we have plenty of time to go. Boom.
Congratulations, sir. Well done. Well done. And that, of course, the Friday night game was a challenge because it was all on Facebook Live, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I tell you what two guys, a mobile phone and no headphones and speakers can do is unbelievable. And microphones. Just me and you and a mobile.
That'd do, wouldn't it?
Up in Rose Z.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, different angle. Shooting down. That's good. That's good stuff. Well done with that then, sir. Should we get on with the next guest?
Yeah, well, just before we do, I just want to add a quick... Because I'm in that hot review stage right now after watching the game.
Yeah.
Going on social media and all this sort of stuff and having a look. Like, we've lost a few games in a row now. I think our record is 3-7, something like that. Mm-hmm. I just need to remind everyone, it's early days. Don't need to panic. You know, we beat Newcastle. We lost to Newcastle. We lost to Leicester twice. Both really close games. And we lost to London in overtime. Don't panic. You know, we've got plenty of games to go, plenty of winnable games. And I've been a Raiders fan for a long time. And I have never gone into a season and gone, actually, hey, we could beat Leicester today. Or, hey, we could beat Newcastle today. You know, that's rare for that to happen. You know, so don't panic, Raiders fans. We're okay. The guys are good. We're going to be all right. Keep behind them. It's difficult because you're not in the arena. But, hey, heads up, we're going to be fine. Don't worry about this.
It was good. We've definitely been in with a shout of winning each of those games as well, which
for sure
hasn't happened for a few seasons.
Jeez, like you look at Leicester game. Crandell went nuts.
Oh, he was awesome. Yeah,
he went absolutely nuts, and I don't care who you are. No one was stopping him that game for any team. And the Newcastle game just gone. You know, we were 4 points up. It was like 34 seconds to go. Newcastle possession. And people were saying we shouldn't lose with 4 points up and 30 seconds to go. It's Newcastle's possession. They hit a free. Like, it's just a 2-possession game. And then they turned it to 1-possession game. And then there was a Darius Defoe steal. I'd love to see that again, but I thought it was a block. Am I wearing tinted glasses? I don't know. Then at the other end, Ashley Hamilton drove it to the... No, so was it? Yeah, Hamilton drove to the hoop and looked
Bodies
like...
everywhere.
Yeah, looked like he got clobbered. But again, I'm at a bad view, so I would like to see it again. But hey, look, it is what it is. We do not look out of place when we play these guys.
No, exactly.
That's for sure.
And then, like you say, plenty of fixtures left on the board that won't involve many more games anyway, with Newcastle and Leicester.
Exactly that. Yeah.
So that's always good.
But we need to mix it with the big boys, and I think we are.
Yeah,
we just didn't quite get over the line. Like,
get over the hump. That's it.
we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
With that said, let's listen. Let's hear this week's sponsor, followed by Mr. Rickey McGill.
Whoop, whoop.
This week's show is brought to you by Oberdare Construction. Oberdare Construction is a Plymouth-based construction company who are passionate supporters of the Plymouth Raiders. The team are extremely experienced at delivering complex building and construction projects to a high specification in the business sector and guarantee delivery on time. They have vast experience in the education, healthcare, manufacturing, defence, industrial, heritage and commercial sectors, and Oberdare are proud of the projects they have delivered in the Southwest region. If you have a business that requires a building alteration, extension or expansion and need it delivered on time without disrupting your business, then contact the team at oberdare.com or call Plymouth 01752 546 733 today. Well, here we are, back again with our special guest. It is none other than Mr. Rickey McGill. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad at all. Paul's here, of course, as well.
Always here. I'm always the last guy to get introduced, Pablo. Like,
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
come on, man.
Guest first. I don't think I've even said my name yet, but thank you did, so that's fine. Mr. Rickey McGill, a fairly new addition to the team, of course. How you finding Plymouth?
Since the pandemic is going on, it's been smooth. Like I've been trying to get around, see what's around here. Like I've been to the Plymouth Hole, so I just been around to see stuff like sightseeing and all that stuff. But other than that, it's fun.
Nice. Well, we don't tend to talk too much basketball on this, do we, Paul?
No, well, two reasons. One is we want to give the fans kind of a behind-the-scenes look at you guys as people and not just players. But also, we filmed today. It comes out Monday. And in between that, a whole lot of basketball could happen, and we don't really know.
Right. Right.
So we tend to keep it very personal, and we want to start off really simple with you, Rickey, is first of all, where were you born, and where did you grow up for the early years of your life?
Well, most of my life, I grew up in Spring Valley, New York. It's like a small town outside of New York, like New York City, Rockland County. It's about 45 minutes from New York City.
In which direction is that? So is that going towards Philadelphia, or is that other?
No, it's going towards north type. It's going up north.
Right. Okay.
We're not all the way up north, like Albany and all that stuff like that. Yeah, we're not close to there, but we're going up north though.
What you have to explain to me in detail. What's too bad about being all the way up north?
Because people get it confused. I don't know. People say if you're not from New York City, you're from up north. But we're really not from north, though. Yeah, we're not from up north. We're 45 minutes away from New York City, so I can't consider that as up north.
That's interesting, you see, because if someone said they're 45 minutes outside of Plymouth, but they're from Plymouth, I'm like, well, you're not from Plymouth. So I kind of get that bit. New York's a little bit bigger.
A lot bigger. It's a lot bigger, isn't it?
So when you were young then, did you spend a lot of time in the city?
Yeah, I definitely did, because I was playing AAU.
Yeah.
I was playing the New York Gauchos. They're located in the Bronx. New York. I was there most of my childhood playing down there.
So what age would that be from AAU?
I played AAU with the New York Gauchos since I was probably at 10. Probably
10?
Probably, nah, it might be 11, one of them.
Wow.
10, 11, and then to maybe when I was 13, 14.
Do you like remember life before basketball?
To be honest, I can't even tell you how life was before basketball. Like I was playing football too. I played football, like America. So that
starts off when you're younger. That starts off as like flag football, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was playing tackle at like 6 years old.
My good Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a league called Pop Warner where I'm from. It's like you play against everybody in the county, and then like once you like play against everybody in the county, like the best 2 teams play for like nationals or states or something like that.
So does this all start off in Spring Valley? All this sport is available from that age in Spring Valley?
Yeah, everything happened in Spring Valley, but the New York Gauchos was in the Bronx, so I was traveling back and forth.
So why at such a young age would you choose to travel so far where you could do something closer?
To be honest, it was better competition. We was traveling a lot. Like I want to say I was probably like 11 or 12. We went to Florida. We was traveling to Florida for nationals, and we came in 4th place.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nice.
So it was like more competition wise why I started playing with them.
See, I didn't realize AAU started at such a young age. So I first discovered AAU when I didn't know a huge amount about it, if I'm honest with you, until maybe 5-6 years ago. And I understood that it's kind of taken over high school basketball. But I didn't realize it started from such a young age.
Yeah, you definitely could start playing AAU at probably like 8 years old, to be honest.
And is it as competitive at that age?
It definitely is competitive because it's like we don't really know we don't really know if we just really out there competing, to be honest. That's how it really is. Like we just out there competing. And then it's like we're not getting recruited. So it's like we're just going hard against each other and we're just going from there.
And who would coach the AAU team at that age? Is it parents?
No. I had an AAU coach. Guy named Coach Science. He was from the Bronx too. Like most of my teammates was from the Bronx, except for like me and my cousin. We was from Spring Valley.
We used to have a player at Plymouth Raiders quite a few years ago now, who was from the Bronx, a guy called Anthony Martin, and he was a point guard for Raiders. And I think, well, you know Drew Lasker, who plays for Newcastle. I don't know if you see.
No, I probably know him by face.
Yeah, you'll know him come the weekend for sure. But he's a veteran in the league now. But he joined. Okay. Drew played for us and and with Anthony Martin was kind of our 2-guard pairing. But Anthony being from the Bronx, his style of basketball was crazy different to anything that we've seen before. He was a real one-on-one guy, lightning quick. He played with just a bit of swagger.
That's one thing I learned, like playing like in the Bronx and stuff in New York City. It definitely got that swagger. I think that's where I got it from. Like, but coming where I come from, I get it from that too.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. Obviously there's so many things that get installed into a player by coaches over the years. You know, good habits, bad habits, whatever. But there's always that just bit of grit that you have depending where you're from. Right. And I think watching you certainly have that about you. You know, I think it's a shame that the fans don't quite get to see that now.
It's because like growing up, like my father was very tough on me. Like anything I did, like with basketball, he always made sure like he told me what I was doing wrong. He ain't never tell me what I was doing right. So that kind of like just like made me like maybe like think. And just be like, all right, I gotta start stepping up my game. I gotta have this grittiness in me. Like, I just gotta come out and play. To be honest.
Did you mentioned your dad there? Did you come from a big family?
It's just me, my little sister, and my mother and my father in the house. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Were they your parents? I mean, you went all the way to the Bronx to play AAU. Did your parents help with the travel of that? Yeah, that was all.
Mostly my dad would like drive, but my mom she was definitely part of the picture too though. But my dad would do most of the driving.
And did your AAU team come and find you, or did you go to them?
No. There was this guy that I know. He's from back at home. he was already coaching over there. And he was like, "Oh, y'all need to go try out for the New York Gauchos because I feel like y'all can compete with these guys." So I'm like, "All right." So me and my cousin went down there. We was competing, and then we just ended up playing for them.
Nice. So does that, like, AAU replaces, well, not replaces, but it's kind of taken over from high school. Does that mean you did you still play the high school career? You still play in high school?
I played high school. Like once, I'll probably say AAU stopped for me when my senior year. Mm-hmm. So I was playing through my high school year through the summer. That's all I was doing, just playing AAU. Then once I came into my senior year, that's when the deadline is. Like you can't play your senior year because it's like you about to go to college now.
Right.
So,
yeah, I was going to say, like, when I say about taking over from high school, it's more about from what I see and what I hear, the high school and AAU don't like each other because AAU is all about recruitment.
Yeah. AAU is like you playing through the summer, and then your high school coach wants you to like play with his team, play with the team in the summer at some summer tournaments. But it's kind of hard, like trying to balance that out. But they figure a way out to balance that out.
Like the high school guys want you to rest because you got a game coming up and you start a season. AAU guys want you to play because 10 colleges are watching you that day.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. That's all it was like. AAU is like just recruitment. Mm-hmm. And then high school is like, all right, they're going to come watch you play, then you get an offer from there.
So playing so much basketball, literally, like you just said, your high school, playing through the summer, AAU, then playing high school again. What did you do to unwind? What does Spring Valley have to offer for you to unwind?
It was just basketball the whole time my high school career. But I played football too for 2 years, but I didn't really take football serious after because it's like playing football in the cold. I couldn't really do it no more. So like I really had to focus on basketball like my whole high school career though.
But you didn't do anything else. So you didn't like when I was 10 years old, like I was out like kicking a ball against the wall. I was out like digging bike jumps or whatever, right? I wasn't,
on my free time, like I could chill with my friends. We play, but I really ain't have no, like you can ask some of my friends. I ain't really have no free time. Like every summer, every fall, something is always basketball.
That's dedication. I love that though. But that shows because you are where you are. Like you've
right. All the hard work.
Yeah, and that's important. I don't think maybe young guys quite understand it as much as they think they do sometimes. Yeah, especially in a day and age where there's so much to do, so many distractions. Like, how important was it to you and to your family that you really locked in?
It definitely was important because they always pushed me to like be the best person I could be with basketball. So I just had to come out and do it myself and just start working hard.
And you managed to self-motivate yourself fairly easily?
Oh yeah, definitely. I can get myself going very easily. Like I just say one thing, like you gotta do this for your family. Like you got a family depending on you. And I just gotta get to it.
That's great.
Did you get to go to Knicks games growing up?
Oh yeah, I definitely went to Knicks. I went to a few Knicks games and Nets games. I'll probably say, when did I go to a Knicks game? I actually played in Madison Square Garden too.
Wow.
But the Knicks game, I'll probably say I was probably like 12, 13 years old when I went to a Knicks game. And I actually went to quite a few of them.
So when you played at Madison Square Gardens, we had a guy on our team last year who also played there. Whose locker did you have?
I'm trying to think. Who was on that team when we played in there? I was young, so I can't remember. I was young, so I can't really remember who was on that team.
Because I know a guy we had called Ron last year. He had Melo's locker for the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It was way before Melo got to the Knicks, though.
But you had the full experience, I guess. You were in the changing rooms with the Knicks carpet there.
Yeah, all of that. I see it in the locker room, how everything was working. I seen all of it.
That's amazing. Like I bet when you're young, that's just something you go, wow. Like,
yeah, it's like
this is real.
Like, oh wow, like, right? Like, I hope one day I get to play on this court. Like,
yeah. Oh man, I love that. I absolutely love that. So what sort of things did your family do then? So whilst you're doing all this, obviously you said your family's quite hardworking. What careers did your mum and dad go down?
hold on, say it one more time. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, yeah. You saying that your family was a hard-working family as well.
Yeah.
What career path did your mum and dad go down?
My mother, she ran track for Florida State, and then she ended up transferring to Temple University. She was actually good coming out of. She was like second in the nation in the 200. And then now she's a math teacher now. Like, she's just been teaching ever since. And my father, he played basketball and football too. That's where I get the athleticism from both of them. So the speed I get from my mom, then all the basketball and the football I get from my father.
That's some good family genes.
Right.
Have you had a race with Chris Porter Bunton yet?
Oh no, I haven't had a race with him yet.
he was a track athlete.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, we didn't realize, and then he told us, and then we're watching him closely, and we go, "Oh yeah, he's quick."
Very fast, yeah.
Oh man, so you went to high school. You were a standout player at high school, if I'm right in saying. You know, you can blow your own trumpet a little bit here. You know, you did pretty well there. What was it like being a kind of a student athlete at high school, but being at like the high level? Did you get a lot of attention?
Yeah, getting that attention in high school, it was just like you. It was I was really humble. Like, I ain't really like pay much attention to it, so it wasn't really nothing to me. But all the attention, it was love though. Like, I appreciate all the love, but I'm still a humble guy at the end of the day. So I ain't really pay much attention to it.
See, I was hoping you were going to turn around and give me some, like, normally when you see these movies and like the high school superstar has got like, he gets more Valentine's cards than anybody, or like.
Oh yeah, because like, I mean, in high school the job's not done yet, so you gotta go through college, and then you obviously gotta become a pro. So it was like I couldn't really like focus on that. I just had to humble myself and just keep working.
Yeah. So I take it with all this sport, with all the dedication that you put to the game at a young age, you didn't really travel much. Did you ever go anywhere abroad on holiday?
I don't remember the last time I had a holiday, to be honest. Because college, we was always going for Christmas, Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Those are the most important times where you want to be with your family. So I ain't really have like before I got here, that was my first Christmas in like 5 years.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was a joy to be home with my family, but it was back to work.
That's a hell of a work ethic. Who would you say your role models are? I mean, family wise and basketball wise as well.
I want to say both of my parents, because they just worked so hard to make sure like me and my little sister was okay. So for them to show me that, like, how hard they work, that just transferred to me. And I had to show them like I could work harder than both of y'all.
And in terms of basketball, who did you kind of model your game on?
My favorite PG, John Wall, because we both fast. We both could get to the rim. So that was really like my like who I watched growing up. Like, John Wall was who I watched growing up, and a little bit of Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
I was like D Rose.
Derrick Rose in his prime.
That's a good choice. That's two solid picks. So I'm going to throw this question out here. If you need to think about it a little bit, that's fine. So that's leading on to what I want to ask. If you were to sit on a dinner table, right, I love this question. But I asked you with like 5 different people. You just got 5. Doesn't have to be basketball. Anyone you want. They could be past or present.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you picking?
Kobe. LeBron. Michael Jordan.
Man, that's gonna be a discussion in itself. Like, if you got those 3 on the table, like, you're just gonna turn around. All you gotta do is say, right, who's the greatest, and just sit back and relax.
I probably think there's 2 more that I would probably sit next to at a table.
Anyone outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball,
You got 2 more picks.
Jay-Z and my favorite rapper, Meek Mill.
Nice.
So that's your dinner party right there.
Yeah, that's my dinner party right there.
That party's good. That's gonna.
I could learn a lot from all of them. Like,
That party's gonna be crazy. Like, you could just ask just one question and it's like throwing a grenade and
right, then it's like, all right, y'all go ahead and answer it. Let me hear y'all answer.
So go on and tell me, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan,
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
and my favorite rapper, Meek Mill.
Okay, so put that down to the 3 basketball players. You throw the question out there. Who's the best?
Let's not get into this.
Who's winning that argument? Give us a quick one, real quick one.
I mean, I'm going with LeBron.
Okay.
I'm going with LeBron all the way. I feel like
Quiet, Pablo.
LeBron he just dominates. Like, I mean, Kobe and Michael Jordan, they definitely dominate the game, obviously. But can they guard LeBron for real?
I know.
I think MJ could.
Hey, we're not getting into that. It was just a quick question. I regret my question. Taking it back out. God damn. Oh man, right? Okay, so that's your dinner party sword. I like that. I love that. So when it came from high school, we talked briefly about AAU and recruitment and things like that. When did you start really thinking, okay, I'm going to go to college and I've got multiple options? Or did you not have multiple options? I don't know.
Yeah, I had a lot of options coming out of high school, but I really thought that I would have had to go like to a prep school or to like a JUCO, because coming out of my high school, like it's not known, but it's known at the same time. So it was like I thought I was had to go JUCO or to a prep school to get my offers. But once I got it, like I got in tune with this guy named Andy Borman. He that was my AAU coach named House of Sports. He's Coach K's nephew for Duke.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like he had a lot of connections, and when he brought me under to House of Sports, he was like, all right, yeah, I see that you don't have a lot of offers right now. And then once I started playing with him, I was getting a lot of offers through the whole summer.
Wow.
Nice.
So how many offers did you end up with? Come on, you must know.
I want to say like 15.
15 off.
Yeah, it had to be like 15. It definitely was a lot. I remember that. It was a lot.
So you would have narrowed that down, I take it? So did you
Some of the schools I ain't really want to go to because it's like, all right, they're going to recruit somebody else that is good as me. Not saying like I'm not a hard worker, but it's like, all right, like how many times are they going to do that? And then it's like, all right, just like they could bring in somebody that's like a ranked player. And it's like, all right, I got to go somewhere else. And I ain't really want to have to go through all of that. So when I picked Iona, it was like the perfect fit for me.
So who was the others in your top 3?
I was going to say, what was the biggest school you snubbed?
I was going to get an offer from North Carolina State.
Ooh.
But they wanted me to go to a prep school. And I really wasn't trying to go that route because it's like, why do y'all want me to go to prep school? And why don't y'all want me right now? So it was like, all right, I don't really want to go there. But my top 3, I had Iona, Kent State, and San Jose State.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to each one of these? Did you like get shown around campus and everything?
Oh, well, I got shown around. Okay.
But
I ended up decommitting to Iona. Then before after I went to Iona, I was supposed to go to San Jose State, but I ended up committing to Iona.
And is it? Do you get the Jesus Shuttleworth treatment?
Nah. His treatment was very different from mine. they was showing him a lot. It was definitely different from mine.
So that's like, to me, for me looking at it from the UK, you get an offer from a college is like amazing, right? But for you, where it's quite a common thing in the United States, and it's what you strive towards because it pays your tuition, it helps your family out, it furthers your career. Like that's such a big decision to make in your life. Like how hard is it really to get the right fit? Is there a lot of pressure on you?
Definitely, it's hard. I mean, I ain't really looked at it as pressure. I just looked at it as what school is going to fit me. Like, where am I going to be most successful at? And that's when I really broke it down with my family, and I chose Iona.
Was there anyone in your family which wanted you to go somewhere else?
They were just happy that I got a free scholarship, and that they didn't have to pay for none of my school and nothing like that. They were just happy about that.
And do you think that's a lot of pressure? Sorry, Pablo, I'm on a bit of a rant here. Do you think that's...
You're good.
Is that a lot of pressure on the families? It seems like a lot of pressure because if you don't get a scholarship, they have to pay a lot of money, right?
They pay a lot of money, especially at Iona. Iona's $50,000 a year, so that's like
wow.
Yeah, so my family don't want to have to keep. That's in 4 years. That's 100,000.
So they're saying what Iona is saying to you that you're worth 50,000 a year, right?
Right.
That's a huge amount of pressure on the family because some families, if you don't get a scholarship, you don't go to college, right?
You got to go a different route. You got to take a different route. And that route might be a much longer route where you have to go to a JUCO and you got to get an offer from there, or you got to go to prep school.
Yeah, but even some of those you need to pay, right?
Some prep schools you still might have to pay for those.
They don't do a student loan system like so. Over in the UK, you can get, if you want to go to university. Yeah, if you want to go to university in the UK, you can apply. You can apply for what's called a student loan.
Yeah, they do student loans in the US, but that's for regular students who don't play like sports and stuff like that.
Got you. Oh wow, that's crazy. Sorry, Pablo. After you, my friend.
Well, I just thought we've had a number of guests on, and a number of them have been and played NCAA, D1, D2, and I don't think we've asked any of them. What did you actually study?
I got my BA in mass communications. Broadcasting.
Nice.
Okay, so what does that mean for you if you didn't play basketball? Where does that put you?
Like broadcasting media, like Sports Center, stuff like that. Trying to get into stuff like that. What else would it help me with? I mean, I probably, if I didn't have like basketball, I'd probably try and start my own business, try and do other things to help me like be successful.
So if me and Pablo are off sick one day, like you can jump in and run the podcast. That's fine.
I know how to do all of this. Like I know how to do a podcast and all of that. I learned all of that in school.
We'll have to get you on my show.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we so basically Pablo's done this stuff for a long, long time.
Well, not that long.
But you're compared to me. I was meant to be coaching this year.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Okay. What happened to that?
No, so basically because of obviously the pandemic and bubbles and isolation, I think the safest thing, we made a decision as a club that we needed a coach outside of the pro bubble.
Okay.
So basically, if anyone comes down ill or whatever, there's always someone to fit in. So it means like the team would never go without a coach.
Yeah.
Which is tough because, I love being on the court. I started the first couple of weeks on the court, but, you just got to make these sacrifices. And that's why I won't come to training. I won't be at games. I'll do the other stuff just because it just keeps us covered.
Okay.
It's just trying to be smart with everything. We're just we got 3 coaches. So there's kind of work this to our strengths a little bit more.
Okay.
But hey, I found a new passion for talking.
Yeah, that definitely helps with like communication and stuff like that.
Hey, less pressure on me doing this. Less pressure on me for sure. So I can't even run. We can't even do the academy or anything in a minute because of everything that's going on. So like normally last year I'm coaching 3 teams, where this year I'm on commentary, making podcasts and doing a few other bits. But hey, that comes from being adaptable, right?
Right.
And that's exactly what you would have to do, right? If you didn't play basketball, you'd have to figure something out.
Have to figure something out.
And I'll be keen to see you host a podcast. We might have to bring you on as a guest host.
How to do it? I know.
Hey, feel free. You can cut the video and everything if you really want to. So that'll save me a lot of time.
Good stuff. Right. So where were we? We're at Iona.
Okay.
It's a notable thing with every player that goes to college. Your stats improve every single season. You made a pretty big jump from your first season to your second season. And then from then on, you just got better and better. At what stage, obviously being a pro, I imagine is the end goal all the time. But what stage did you think, well, this is actually going to happen?
I'll say probably when, probably say the end of my sophomore year. That's why I really grew, because then I started like getting in the gym more. Started becoming more of a gym rat, being in the gym, like working on my game. But
sophomore year, you were on like nearly 11 points a game, weren't you, for that season?
Yeah, it was only like 10, 11 points. Then my first year, I barely played my first year.
I was going to say, surely it hit home when you hit 40. You hit 40 points against, who was it? Against Ryder.
Yeah. That was a tough game too that I had.
You have to, when you play the London Lions, you'll have to remind Justin Robinson of that, because he's a Ryder boy.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he played for Ryder.
Okay.
Would have been a few years before that, I think. But
yeah, he definitely was a few years before me.
Just give him a little nudge. Just tell him. Just remind him.
Hey,
I played against what's his name? Teddy Okafor.
Oh, really? Okafor. Yeah.
Against him in college.
Yeah, rather than you just nudging Justin Robinson, just do me a favor, just hit 40 against the Lions as well, then we'll talk about it. Like that will work too.
Okay.
I just looked. I didn't realize how much. Obviously, your freshman year, you played 30 games. You started 1, and then sophomore year, played 35. Started 34.
Yeah, because from my freshman year, to be honest, I was ready to transfer, go to a different school.
Really?
But I sat down with my father. Me and my father had a long talk, and he was like, "Yo, you ain't never quit on anything. Like I never quit on nothing. Like I always worked my hardest to get to get the job done." But that whole summer, that's when I really locked in, and it was like, "Oh, I got to change something around." And then once the team came in, everybody's practicing with each other, and that's when I just took off. I had to show out.
Is that common that guys now transfer just because?
Yeah,
it's just not happening to them.
Yeah, a lot now. It's because they don't get along with their coach, or they don't get along with players, or they just don't like where they're at. But it's once you try and transfer and try and go somewhere else, you got to adapt to new things or where you're going to. You gotta get to know your coach more. So it was, for me, it was just lock in and just work harder.
I love that, because I was reading up about that, and you beat me to it really. It was saying that you had a conversation with your coach regarding the possibility of transfer.
Yeah, definitely had that talk with him. He told me yo, you might have to go find another school, and that kind of stuck with me in the back of my mind for the whole summer.
So that was on him. That was his idea.
He really told me I had to go look for a new school, and I kind of looked at him like a little funny, but then that just stuck with me in the back of my mind to where all right, I'm gonna show you I belong here.
So how was that conversation? Because to me, it looks like you said, "Hey, hold up a minute," and given him a big fu and said, "No, I got this," and then you took it to him.
Yeah, not like I ain't saying to him like a fu, but like that's how I. All right, like if you don't believe in me, I'm gonna make you believe in me.
And what did he say to you afterwards? Once you proved him, did he go back to that conversation?
Oh yeah, my senior year, we definitely went back to that. We definitely went because I had told him, I was like, remember when you told me I had to transfer? And he was like, yeah, definitely. That's why I'm. He was just saying. He said that he was trying to get me to work harder.
I knew you were going to say that. Coaches claim that kind of thing, don't they?
My freshman year, when I see it in his face, he was serious about that. Like, so I knew like. He was like kind of like joking with me when he said that, but it all worked out at the end of the day.
So, like you say, you sophomore year you really took off, and then you improved every year. And then, well, first of all, how was your tournament experience?
Oh the tournament experience. That's like the best feeling because it's like growing up. You see it on TV. I want to play in the NCAA tournament too, and once I got the chance to play in it, it was like just another gift for me. Like,
and it gets pretty crazy, doesn't it, crowd wise?
Yeah, crowd wise. I'm like my first year we played against Iowa State.
Okay.
And they went to like the Sweet 16 or something like that year. Their crowd was out of control. My second year, we played Oregon. They went to the Final Four. Their crowd was nuts.
What's the strangest thing that you've seen in the crowd? Because all you got to do is type on YouTube like college basketball crowds, and you can see all sorts of carnage. Like, what's the strangest or the funniest thing you've seen in the crowd?
Like the funniest thing is like the fan section. So there's Iona, little fan section right here, and then there's just a group, like a lot of people with like different teams. But when we played Oregon, all I seen was green, and it was like, whoa, what's going on here? Why is there so much people for them here, not for us?
Like, see, I've seen all sorts of stuff. Like, I've seen people like trying to put other players off from free throws in the crowd. Right? They do all sorts of stuff. All you got to do is go on YouTube. Right? Everyone's got to do this because I saw one, and they were pretending to they had like a college student with a white robe over it. And like they pulled out his friend from the robe like he was giving birth.
Oh, I think I know what you I think I've seen that.
Right?
One. Yeah, I like that. That was, but I definitely seen that too.
They were doing that when they're taking free throws, and I'm just like, what the?
Yeah, they definitely do that. Like they got signs up, everything you can name. They had it all when you shoot a free throw, and it gets loud in there. It gets loud in there too.
They have like brass bands and things in there, don't they?
Yeah, they got bands. They have everything in there.
Hey, that's what we need at Pavilions. It's a brass band up in the corner. Right.
Hey, Foxy's enough.
The game even better.
Yeah, you haven't met Foxy yet, though, have you?
Nah, I haven't.
Have you heard about Foxy?
Nah.
So Foxy is our 7-foot fox mascot.
Okay.
And he has a reputation in the league for being quite mischievous. He's calmed down a little bit now in his old age.
Oh, yes.
But so for Surrey Scorchers, there's a player called Macklemore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and one game when Macklemore was playing for, I don't know if it was like Guildford or someone like that, who he used to play for back in the day, and Foxy came on and pulled his shorts down on the entrance. Like, yeah, he got fined by the league, I think, that year. Like like they're doing the high fives to all their teammates. He's running on the court, hyped up, and Foxy just come behind him, straight down.
He's very much in the same kind of mould as Benny the Bull.
Yeah, I would say so. So yeah, you'll have that pleasure one day.
Okay, yeah, I definitely look forward to meeting him.
You would have nothing to worry about. He likes us. We're fine. It's just if you're from the other team, then sorry.
Yeah. Okay, going crazy.
Did you go? Who was your mascot at Iona?
It was like a Gale. It was like a person type. Like
I think I know. Yeah.
I don't know how to really explain it. It's not like a leprechaun or nothing like that, but it was like a person.
Did he have a hat?
Yeah.
I think I know the one. Yeah. I think I know the one. It does look like a leprechaun, though. You're right.
Yeah,
like a giant leprechaun.
Yeah, it's not really a leprechaun, but he looks like a leprechaun.
Gaelic. He's a Gaelic man.
So, talk to me about your best game or your biggest game experience at college. Who was that against?
My biggest game was it was my sophomore year. We had played in the MAC championship against Siena. So Siena, they play in the same arena as where like the MAC tournament is at. So when we played them in the championship, the whole gym was filled with Siena fans, and we only had our little Iona section over here. So when I tell you, like, it's wrapped around with like Siena fans, and everybody is going crazy. At one point, I couldn't even hear my coach call a play out. That's how crazy it was in there. But we ended up winning, but I think by like 2 points, 4 points, one of them.
Oh, that would have been a close one. That would have been like
a close game, and we went into overtime.
Oh wow! Like to do that, because that doesn't shut the fans up. Like if it's like a 20-point blowout or whatever, you shut the fans up.
Yeah,
but that will never they'll never be quiet that whole game.
And they wasn't. They had signs. We shooting the free throw. They got signs and everything, like pictures of us, like waving it around. I'm like, oh man.
That's brilliant. I absolutely love that. Oh, we had this might mean nothing to Pablo, a mutual acquaintance, Eamon, your team manager. He was at Iona, wasn't he? And he went to Bryant University.
Oh yeah, you talking about Eamon? Yeah.
Eamon.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, so he was
my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah, he
was there. I want to say, was he there? My junior year. He was there my junior year.
Yeah, he's now the assistant coach of Bryant, doing very well for himself.
Right. But you know what's crazy? He's the assistant coach with my assistant coach at Iona, Jack Grosso. Now Jack Grosso's the head coach.
Oh, really?
Now.
Small world. Right.
Right. But yeah, Eamon, that's my guy. He always made sure I was good. Like he'll like tell me like, yo, you got to pick it up like during the game. Like, come on, like yeah, that's my guy over there.
See, when I first met him, he was very polite, and he was quite quiet when I met him at camp. But
yeah, that's how he was when he came to Iona. Like when he first got there, he was very quiet. He didn't really know nobody, and then once he started to get to know everybody, that's when he was like trying to like motivate everybody like to do better.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Had to give him a shout out.
Definitely.
Let's. So you're coming to the end of your college career. At this stage, are NBA teams knocking on the door?
Not really, but they knew who I was. Huh? Like I had to go with the Sacramento Kings during the summer, and that was like really my only workout. Like there was a few more I was supposed to have, but I don't know what happened to them. Like it was really too late, and I felt like they already had like who they really wanted, and they picked and stuff. So I was just like, all right, I could take the overseas route.
So does your agent then start looking at what's around?
Yeah, he definitely was looking around overseas, like different leagues. Like that's how I ended up.
It took you to Greece. Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me to Greece, and that's one of the top leagues and like overseas. So that league was very tough. Like I actually liked playing in that league.
You're mixing it up in that league with Champions League teams and Euro League teams, aren't you?
Right. Like Panathinaikos, Olympiacos. Like those teams, those are good teams to play against.
How did you find that kind of first professional gig?
It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough. I don't even think I probably had like 2 points the first game. It was definitely rough. Like just adjusting to like the style of play over there, the physicality. So I really just had to like lock in and just like show like I belong here too.
A question I ask everyone when they say about playing overseas is simply, how did you adjust to Greek life? What did you eat? What did you live on?
It's always food with you, isn't it?
They had some American restaurants over there, so I'll probably go like on Friday. But I was eating the Greek food too. Like they had like something like Savathia.
Ooh, nice.
They had like the gyros, and they're real big on the gyros over there.
Moussaka?
It was a bunch of Greek foods that I was eating too. Like I was trying to mix it up, like to get a feel of it.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's probably the best answer so far. Like normally everybody's like, no, I just got ready meals and went to McDonald's.
found the nearest McDonald's.
Because nobody understands.
I can't eat McDonald's. That's bad. I can't eat McDonald's.
You must have stayed away from the kebabs as well then.
No. I was eating the kebabs. The kebabs was all right. Kebabs was good.
Very different to the kebabs you get over here. That's for sure.
I haven't tried one over here yet. So
nowhere's open. Don't worry.
Okay.
You can get takeaway.
Yeah, we get takeaway. So did the coach speak English or not?
Yeah, he spoke English, but like we had a translator, so he'll talk, and then the translator would talk like to the Americans and tell us like what he said. But he spoke English too sometimes.
Was that like quite a strange experience? Obviously, that's your first professional gig.
I'm like we got a translator. Like I didn't expect all of that. Like I thought we was gonna have a coach that spoke English because they're bringing in people that speak English.
Like, see, for me, that I just could imagine that the passion of that, like the coach could be showing some real passion and getting into it, and then it turns to the translator, and he turns around and just says, "Let's go, team."
Yeah, right. But it wasn't that hard to like catch. Like I was trying to learn like some of their language too, so I was really like trying to be tuned in on what he was really saying.
So, come on, let's impress me. Like, where's the Greek?
And that was about 10 months ago. Like I know bala, that means like ball. There was a lot of more stuff that I knew, but that was 10 months ago.
Hey, you missed an opportunity. You could have said anything. I would have no idea.
Like I definitely was trying to learn some of the language though.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
there was another one like like I can't even like really say it right now. Padagelo or something like that. That means like hello.
I wouldn't know. I don't
know where I was going with that really, because I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was right or not.
But the Greek life, it was cool though. It was cool living in Athens, Greece.
How do the fans in Greece compare to the kind of the March Madness fans, if you like, because they're notoriously bad?
Yeah, they're sick over there. Like some of the games, like if we was beating a team, I'm telling you, like I seen coins, water bottles being thrown. Yeah, like it was a little crazy over there. So seeing that, I was like, are they even allowed to do this?
Somebody trying to stop them.
Then when like we played against what team was this? What is this team called? Oh man, it's a yellow team. I can't remember the team.
Oh, the ones who throw the tape, the paper in the air.
Yeah, like they all do that. Like all the fans
do they?
That. It's this one team. I can't remember their name right now. It'll probably come back to me as we go. But they're like during like the warm up, they had cut the lights off and they was burning something like in the stands. Like there was a big fire in the crowd.
Oh, the flares.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh man, this is crazy out here. Like this is my first time ever experiencing something like that.
That's a big thing. That's a European thing. Everyone's done it in the football stands, soccer stands.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy when you see it indoors. Yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing that firsthand.
That happens.
my first time seeing it, I'm just like, yo, this is sick. Like, aren't they supposed to get kicked out for this?
That happened to me, and I went to Italy and I went to watch a Juventus game, so a soccer game, and Juventus and Sampdoria, and I'm stood in the crowd, and a flare just like landed probably like 5 foot away from me. I'm like, what the? And I look around and everyone's like pretending it's not even there.
Right.
I'm freaking out, thinking like I'm gonna burn or something, and everyone's just like,
it's part of the game.
Like it's no problem at all.
Yeah. It's part of the culture.
That was the most craziest thing I've seen out there. Like, I'm just looking like, all right, like, are they gonna stop it?
And
that's brilliant.
So the pandemic kicks in while you're out there. Was the season cut short?
Yeah, the season had cut short. Like, I want to say in like March it cut short, and then like the whole like league was just done. Then I ended up coming home, but that was like, man, like only if like if I could experience like a playoffs out there or something like that. But I definitely had a good time out there. Like, I enjoyed the team I was on. I enjoyed the life out there. So it wasn't too bad.
Do you think, like, especially as you're like new to the professional game, do you think having no fans and having this pandemic is actually a great way of easing new players, like rookie players, into what's going to really happen? Do you think it's like a get out of jail free card in a way?
Not really, because they don't get to experience like the fans being there, like how loud it would get in the arena. But now like they can experience like the game style of play. So by the time next year comes around, they know what to expect, and they're not going to really focus on the crowd. They're just focusing on the game.
Yeah. I just find it really interesting because it's so difficult and it's so strange without the fans. So strange.
Yeah, that was like I could just hear it. Like I could hear like my coach. Like sometimes you can't really hear your coach when it gets loud in the gym.
Yeah, guys are getting technicals for trash talking or whatever, and they're technicals you wouldn't normally get because you can't actually hear anything.
You can't really trash talk or nothing like that now.
It makes it very, very straight. Are you a big trash talker?
Not really, unless the trash talking gets talked to me first, like, and then that's when I start yapping my mouth.
I was gonna say if you played in the Bronx, you got to be a trash talker.
Yeah, I'm about to say, definitely. But once the trash talking gets started with me, that's when I start yapping my mouth, start trash talking back.
Do you play better then, or not?
No. I don't let it bother me. I just laugh it off, to be honest.
Okay. So I can't get anyone trying to wind you up just to get a few more buckets out of you.
Nobody ain't get me mad like out of my character or nothing like that. Like at the end of the day, it's basketball. Like we're here competing. Yeah. So of course there's gonna be trash talking going on.
I don't want to go too far back, obviously, because we're almost at the point now where you're at Plymouth. But just saying that about trash talking and playing ball in the Bronx. Have you ever played at Rucker Park? Have you ever played pickup games there?
Yeah, I played in all those parks. Rucker Park, Dykeman.
Oh, nice.
What other parks are there? I played in like all the parks in New York City.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Rucker Park's like the place, isn't it? It's like because we even see that on TV, and we're just like,
yeah, Dykeman is it's bigger now. Like I want like a few years ago, like 5-6 years ago, Rucker Park was the big tournament to play, and now it's Dykeman. Dykeman, it's everybody's there. Like it gets crowded there, and it's basically like you gotta show your game there. Like you gotta have game to be playing in there.
Oh, good stuff.
What about in other places? Have you ever been down Venice Beach and played there?
That's the one thing I want to do. Like I want to like travel and see like different parks in different states. Like I played in the park in Florida, but it wasn't really it was just like a regular park. Yeah. Like I was playing with I know a guy in Florida, visiting him, he took me to the park. And we were just playing, but it wasn't like a known park like Venice Beach or something like that.
Okay. Now I just there's crazy because for us it's not normal. Like when I went to the States, I'm seeing basketball going on everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
everywhere. That's what goes on.
I was in Philadelphia, like Reading, all around Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Then I spent some time in Florida, and it was just crazy the amount of basketball I was seeing.
Right.
Where I'm here and I can't even find like a net on a ring because someone's like ripped it off.
You gotta come to my court.
I only seen about like 2 courts since I've been out here.
There's a few around, but it's just not what you. It's just different.
Right.
It's just different.
From where you guys are in Plymouth, you got to get on a boat, come to Tor Point, because I have put nets. I've put chains up on one of them because they keep breaking.
Oh, okay.
On the court just up the road from here. Yeah, you're more than welcome anytime.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, when you want to brave the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little cold out here, but I mean I'm used to it. In New York, it's colder, so
it snows in New York, doesn't it? It doesn't snow.
Snows, all types of snowstorms, like rainstorms, all types. So I'm kind of used to it.
See, me and my wife are desperate to go to New York for Christmas one year. That's
like,
oh yeah, definitely gonna enjoy yourself. Like they have like during Christmas time, they got like the big tree up. Like you could visit a big tree. You could go ice skating. You could do a lot in New York City. Like that's why New York City is like a fun town to be at.
So now, obviously, from New York City to Plymouth, what did you know about Plymouth? Did you know anything about Plymouth? Be honest.
I mean, kind of looked it up when I came. It reminds me of like where I'm from. Like it's like once it gets dark outside, everything closes down, and then like it's just like, all right, you're in the house. It's like that's all it is. Like it kind of reminds me of where I'm from.
But that's pandemic Plymouth. So
it's no different. It's no different. Trust me.
No, come on now. Like you've been to the Barbican, right? Have you been to the Barbican, Ricky?
Nah.
So down from the Hoe is a place called the Barbican.
Mm-hmm.
And there's loads of pubs and restaurants and stuff there.
Oh, matter of fact, yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely did. I seen
it's
that.
It's like a cobble street, right?
Yeah, I definitely seen all of that. I definitely seen that.
So when it's like, if it's nice weather, the Barbican is packed. All the bars and the restaurants and people sitting outside is absolutely, in the summer, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hardly walk down there in the summer.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, no, seriously, like it's really busy. And that's a great place to go and chill out and experience kind of Plymouth nightlife or whatever. But obviously in this pandemic, then there's those experiences which unfortunately we don't get to have.
Right.
But yeah, that's it's not too bad, Pablo. Don't you start dissing Plymouth.
Oh man.
Hey, so we can hear in the background, just so everyone know, that was Ricky trying to play Xbox or something in the background.
the Call of Duty Warzone.
No, Chris plays that as well, right?
Yeah, he definitely plays it too.
Who's better, you or Chris?
I haven't played with him yet, but I'm gonna play with him. I'm gonna play with him sometime this week. I'll probably play with him after we get on the Zoom call.
Yeah, because he's giving it a big one. He said like he's pretty good at that game.
Yeah, I get a few wins here and there.
We need to report back on this one.
Tournament.
This could be it. We could do a Zoom one, right? We could do a podcast like
Twitch, whatever you call it.
Yeah, all you guys against each other, and we can commentate on it. It'll be great.
Right. That would be cool though.
That would be quite fun. Yeah, I like the idea of that. It's like LeBron James does the barbershop thing, right?
Yeah,
he gets all his friends and they talk in the barbershop. We could do that once everyone plays Call of Duty.
Right.
How are you finding Plymouth then?
It's smooth so far. Like I like it. Like I just wish like the pandemic didn't shut everything down. Like I was starting to like do a little bit of sightseeing. I was walking around like to see what was around. But overall, I think like if the pandemic wasn't here, it'd be like I would have a good time here.
It's not a bad place to live. Yeah.
I'm still having a good time with the pandemic. Like I hang with my teammates. Like get to know them a little bit better, and it's so. Overall, everything is good so far.
There's a good group of guys there, I think. Is there anyone particular that you spend more time with? Anyone that you get on really well and you just click with?
It's basically everybody. Basically everybody. Like I get along with everybody.
And that's a safe answer. Come on now. There's got to be like that's
it's the truth. Like I get along with everybody on my team. Like
we can
it's not like I like him more than him. No, like I like everybody that's here.
Good. You can tell.
Everybody fun.
You can tell you've done media studies. You've done media training. You can tell. Come on, man! I want some dirt.
But yeah, like everybody here, like I got along with everybody fast, like faster than I expected. Because like with me, like it takes a lot for me to like get to know somebody. Like if I don't know you, I'm gonna look at you like a stranger. But we all teammates, so it's like I gotta get to know you. Like I wanna become like a brotherhood here. Like
yeah, for sure. I think we've got a great group of guys. Obviously, we can't talk too much about results because 2 games would have happened by the time this podcast comes out. But you've seen the talent in the BBL. You've seen the level of play. How do you really think this new group of Raiders can what can they do?
I feel like we have a good group of guys like on this team. Like everybody does like certain things. Like we have shooters on our team. We got bigs that play down low. We got point guards that handle the ball. We got scorers too. Like I feel like once we get to like gel all of that together, I feel like we could be something special this year.
Agreed.
That's all it really comes down to is us like just gelling everything in one and keeping that there. Like no, like all right, this person's doing that. Like we all just gel it in together, and then we could really do something. Like that's how I feel.
No, absolutely.
Like, since I've been here, I can see it.
Yeah, it looks like it's a good unit. It certainly seems like one of the more cohesive ones. You guys all seem to be pulling together.
Right. Like we all want the same thing. We're trying to like be something special this year. We all want to win. So that's what I see so far. Everybody here wants to win, and that's the most important part as a team.
Absolutely. Should we? We'll start to wrap things up. Should we ask the question we ask everybody? What does the future hold for Rickey McGill? Not just basketball wise, but outside of that.
Just I want to be the most successful person I can be. Like, I really want to have my own. I'm trying to start my own business. I'm about to have my own business going. So I really want to start here, like start something small. Then once like a few years go by, like expand it and then like, and just keep it going.
What would that business be?
Like back home, I was just talking to my mother about this. Like I really want to open up a gym because where I'm from, we don't really got gyms that's like open. And then it's like, all right, there is a gym, but they're charging $50, $100 to join the gym. So it's like, who really wants to like join a gym for $50 or $100 a month? Where like, if I could build something, I could just charge $10, $5 to get into it. That's really nothing. Like, so hopefully, like everything goes good. And I'm really trying to. I want to have my own food truck too. Like I feel like that's big too in my city too, because it's like. You have a 24-hour food truck, everybody's gonna want to go there.
Oh yeah.
Especially like at night when stuff is closed, like you can easily come to my food truck, get whatever you want, wings, fries.
What are you gonna call it?
I ain't come up with a name yet, but it's probably gonna have like my family last name.
I got it. Rickey McGrill.
I like that. I like that.
I love that.
There you go.
I like that.
That's for free.
I like that right there. That's a good name too.
It's strange that every podcast we've talked about food towards the end as well. So we've repeated this on every podcast, but we'll repeat it again. So,
okay.
Denzel Ubiaro, his dish is mushroom stroganoff. Mushroom stroganoff, that's his thing. Ashley Hamilton is more of a kind of. He's like a spicy food guy, isn't he? Like Caribbean style food. That's what he's going to make. What did Chris say that he would make?
I think Chris was pasta.
Yeah, Chris was pasta. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about Chris.
I can't remember that. Yeah.
Who else did we talk? It was Ryan Beastie. Was he likes bratwurst sausages? So he's like because he played over in Germany. So if me and Pablo are coming around for dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to cook us?
He doesn't seem sure about this.
I like my go-to. My go-to is steak. I like steak a lot.
Mate, I'm there.
Steak.
Done.
Steak is the number one for me.
Man,
every time I go out with my family, I tell them like make sure they got steak or something where I can eat.
How do you have your steak cooked?
Oh, well done. I can't.
Oh, really?
With me, like
Ricky.
that's another thing. Like my friend, I really can't like I just can't see like the red meat. Like that's I don't know.
You won't see if it's a good steak. You won't see that. Like there's a.
So next time I try some steak, I'll get the medium rare.
I'll tell you where to. I'll tell you on another day where to go. I'll tell you on the best steak in Plymouth, by my opinion. But I'll tell you on another day, so I don't conflict with any sponsors.
Right.
But there's some good places to get steak around. To be fair.
That's cool. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
And
I'm still trying to find me like good like places to eat. Like I got a few right now, but I'm really trying to find me like good pasta spots. The good steak spot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a good butcher's down the bottom of which would it be? Would it be Cornwall Street?
Yeah,
telling me about. I still haven't went there, but I'm gonna go there though.
Yeah, so if you want
slabs of meat, yeah. Oh, fellas, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on, Ricky.
Rickey
No
McGill.
problem. I really appreciate it for getting me on here, getting to talk about like my lifestyle and everything.
Yeah, no problem.
Because a lot of people don't really know about like my lifestyle besides basketball.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot of basketball in that, to be honest with you. So it's great to show your passion and your work that you put in.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I put in a lot of work to get to where I'm at today.
Hey, and now, if you start like draining a couple of threes in a row, you got to listen back to the commentary because Rickey McGill is going to be cooking, right?
That's probably going to come up now.
Yeah.
That's going to come up now.
Rickey McGill is cooking from the 3-point line.
I feel another T-shirt coming on myself.
Oh, don't do that. We've already made a T-shirt for Denzel. Have you seen that?
No, I think I did see this shirt.
Yeah, so he's got another level of dense because it's like a quote that he said in the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be waiting for that shirt then.
Hey, when you start cooking, we'll get you one.
I got you.
Good stuff. Well, thanks very much, guys. We'll call it a day there, and good luck for the rest of the season.
I appreciate that. Shout out to the Plymouth fans. Hopefully you guys been watching. We're going to start getting you guys some wins.